Hi everybody, welcome back to the Farmhouse. If you're new here, I'm Missy and I write the blog ramblingrosefarmhouse.com, and I'm very happy to have you joining me here in my dining room today. So today I am planning to decorate my dining room for Valentine's Day and fix a Valentine table. So what I've done is I've gathered up items from around my house, out of my china cabinets, and that's what I'm going to use to decorate with. And all of these, or most of these, are vintage items. All of these are things that I already had. I didn't buy anything new to decorate with, just I'm going to use the things that I already have. And so I thought that I would tell you about the inspiration piece that started this whole idea, and then share some of my vintage items with you that I'm going to use to decorate with, because I know a lot of y'all seem to like the vintage items like I do. And so this also gives you a really good idea of how to actually use vintage items in your house, in your decor, and maybe just give you some inspiration for that. So at the end, I'm going to do just a regular tour. If you don't want to see all the individual items and that stuff, you can go ahead and just skip to the tour part. But for now, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the things that I'm going to use to decorate the table and to decorate the room. So the inspiration for this whole thing came from these little quilted hearts. I found these a couple of years ago at a flea market, actually in Arkansas, not even here. And when I saw them, I don't really know what they intended for them to be, maybe like little coasters or something, but when I saw them, they just made me think about Valentine's Day, and so I bought them, thinking I'll use these to decorate for Valentine's Day. And I don't even remember how much I paid for them. But what I saw with them, I knew I had these napkins, and I knew that pink and these would go with my napkins, and so that just kind of came together for me, and it just made me think Valentine's. So these are actually what started the whole process of my mind going on what I wanted to do. So these little quilted heart shapes, which this would be so easy to do if you happen to find an old quilt that is in really bad shape. It's not something that you could save. You can get it and do things like this with it. So the little hearts. Then I'm going to use my pink napkins. I have a vintage apron here, with all the Valentine's Day colors, and I'm going to put this on my old dress form that I have, and she'll be in here with her little apron, ready to serve you up for Valentine's Day. And then I have a couple of other little vintage linens that I might use someplace. I am using my same white vintage tablecloth that I already had on my table for my winter decor. I'm not taking it off, I'm using it. I love that tablecloth, it's one of my very favorites. And so I'm using it already. So the other, when I thought about that I wanted to use the little quilted hearts and the napkins, this large picture is what I thought about that I wanted to use on the centerpiece of the table. It's got roses around it, so that kind of started a rose theme going for me. And so this I got from a friend of mine, Adelaide. She has a booth, or she had a booth at the same place that I have a booth, and I saw this in her booth and really liked it, and so I think it's a perfect for Valentine's. So I'm going to use this on my table, and then started thinking about flowers. And I know a lot of people go and buy fresh flowers to do things like. So these were flowers that we made for the tables of my daughter's wedding. She had a beautiful outside barn reception, and these were some of the flowers we used. And I just think they're beautiful. They're just really pretty. Now my daughter designed these. She has a YouTube channel, so if you like this style, you probably would like her YouTube channel. It's called This Lovely Little Farmhouse. So you might want to go check it out. I'll try to leave a link to her channel in the description for you. But she has a really nice eye, and everything she does is pretty. So anyway, I'm going to use these bouquets, these silk bouquets that I already had that I think are really beautiful. I'm going to use those in my centerpiece on my table. And then I pulled these two little flowers out of my flower box, and these are just little, they came from like the Everything's a Dollar store, so they were $1 a piece, not very much. I might not use them because they're not roses, but I do like the little darker pink that they add, so I might use those. What else do I have? I have an English ironstone teapot that also came from the same place where I have my antique booth. The bad thing about having an antique booth is that you look at everybody else's booths and you find things that you like. But anyway, I really loved this. It's got the rose design, and I have a cup and saucer, which I got at a different time from a flea market. I don't know that they match, that they're the same pattern, but they look pretty good together. So I'm probably gonna use those. Then I have another picture. This one actually came from a garage sale, but it has the white, and it has the roses on it. And so, and it's ironstone too. I might end up using that. And then the plates I'm gonna use, these plates are also ironstone, and they're a fancier ironstone type than some of the really plain things that you see. These came from another friend of mine, Joyce, who also has a booth, the same place that I have a booth. So you can see that I do get things there. These were her mother's, so I know they're really old. I just love them. They have a lot of crazing on them and stuff. They're just really pretty. We used these dishes for our Thanksgiving dinner this year because I do have, several sets of dishes. I do like them, and so I do use different ones at different times, but these are going to be for the Valentine table. And then I haven't gotten them all out yet. I just have some random glasses. They don't all match, but that's what I'm going to use on my table, so I have to get the rest of those out. And then I got some silver napkin holders. Silver napkin holders at a barn sale last year, kind of in the fall. So I'm going to use those. I have to get the rest of those out. I also use, just for my everyday silverware, I use an eclectic mix. They don't all match. And so when I set a table place, I try to pick a different pattern for each piece so that I'll have a mixture all the way around my table. Then I had some candles, and I have these little hard tart pans that I'm probably going to use. And then I am planning to switch out the little white pitchers that are in my shelf over there for some little teacups that were my grandmother's. So I think that's pretty much, oh no, here's something else. I have these old wood blocks that spell love. I really do love these, and I keep them out all the time in my bedroom, but I brought them in here so that I could use them for my Valentine decoration somehow in here. And then I have my little heart bunting that I made in my last video. And so if you didn't see that, you can go and watch that one if you want to make something like this, but I'll be hanging this up. And so I think that's about it. I do have some other roses that I've already put in my pictures that I have on my fireplace mantle, and those are also all silk roses that I had. I have just a Rubbermaid container that I have some silk flowers in that I like to use, and then I can take them and switch them out for holidays and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I hope that you will enjoy the process. really hope that y'all enjoyed this tour of my dining room and my Valentine table. I had a really good time doing it. I love to be able to use all of my vintage finds like this in my home. And so if you've watched any of my other videos, you probably know that I live in a house with all males. I live with my husband and my 2 teenage boys, and they are not going to be real excited about this pink Valentine table. So I am going to cook them a really nice man meal that they will love for Valentine's Day, but they probably won't appreciate the pink table a whole lot. So it's fun for me to be able to share these things with all of you out there who do appreciate it. So I would like to hear from you about what kind of content you would like to see more of on my channel. You can leave that in the comments for me if you have some ideas. And also, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. I try to make a new video every week, and so that way maybe you won't miss any of my videos. And I do appreciate you being here, and I hope to see you again next week.